When I started my agency, I did not have connections, investors, or some secret sauce that you guys don't have. I was just a kid sitting at my desk trying to figure out how to make a creator more money with only really $100 to my name and a phone and a laptop. And I was trying to turn all of that into something that can actually pay rent, get me that dream life, and make money online like I've been promising everyone I would for the last X amount of years. Now let's fast forward that 1 year later. We have over 9 creators doing over 6 figures per month, not because we are smarter than anybody, but because we have implemented these systems, set up an infrastructure that real businesses hold into OFM, thus making it profitable, consistent, and also repeatable, unlike really any other guy in the game right now. And trust me, I have made every single mistake in the book. I have signed the wrong model, lost months and months of progress overnight, and spent thousands on black hat strategies that just honestly did not perform to anything. But I will say those exact systems are the ones that we've learned from and taken to implement these same systems that now make us well over 6 figures per month. And in this video, I'm going to show you those exact systems. So if you can put your dopamine fried brain aside for a second, sit down and really listen to what I'm about to break down. I have a full infrastructure walkthrough. I'm going to break this down into 4 pillars for you guys. So if you can actually pay attention for the remainder of this video, I promise you will not only come out of this video more profitable in your OFM agency, but also with a clearer picture of what you have to do to scale. And for all the new guys that don't know my content, no, this is not another AI bullshit video or some guru gimmicks that are going to get you to 100K per month in 1 month. This is business advice, systems, and what I actually run in my own agency today. And so if you are stuck right now, managing 2 to 5 creators, making 1 to 10K per month, then I am speaking directly to you with this video. This is honestly the roadmap that I wish I had when I started. Everybody in this game right now, and I contribute a lot of this to honestly the YouTubers in this space, but they're all homed in and hyper focused on the new, but they're not willing to look at consistency. And what that means essentially is everybody's chasing trends. Everybody's looking for the new black hat strategy. Everybody's looking at these AI girls. I'm chasing consistent results, basis thinking in long term. I'm talking 6 months, 12 months, not basing myself in 1 month time thinking, trying to make 10K in 30 days. You really do not need more creators. Obviously, there's 2 ways to scale in this game. That is going to be vertical and horizontal. The guys that scale vertically first and then horizontally are always the ones that's going to win. Think of it this way. I've made this analogy before, but if you were building, let's say 5 houses and you were putting in 10% in those houses every single day to get them complete, that's going to take you probably 6 months, a year, 2 years, however long it will take to build a house. I don't really have a lot of knowledge in that, but if you focused on one of those houses, did 10% every single day, you would not only build one house quicker, but also get the information, learn from your mistakes that took to build house 1 to build houses 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So on that 5th one, not only are you probably going to make it better, it's going to be in a better real estate area. Overall, it's easier to scale vertically and then horizontally following your agency. So keep all of that in mind moving forward. And listen, I have a personal example for you boys, for all the people who think I am bullshitting. We had a creator, I'm not going to name drop, but we signed her for a total of maybe a week and a half, but she had 1 million followers on IG. I think like 2 other accounts with 100K, 300K. TikTok was popping, X was popping. Everything was gold. A lot of people would be like, why would you not stick with that girl? Why would you not sign that girl? XYZ, YZX, right? Whatever you want to say. We ended up dropping her only after about 7 to 8 days, I think it was. And the reason for that was she wasn't easy to work with. She didn't want to make content all the time. She also just wasn't really honed in on making OF work for her. And the main and low-key real reason was that she wasn't willing to do any sort of price restructuring as far as the percentage we had with her, because there was a lot more upfront work that needed to be done before we could actually move forward with her. And so I had no problem dropping a creator who's already making, 20, 30K per month if it means that my agency isn't going to be efficient in the future. I am looking towards this a year, 2 years down the line. Is this creator going to be still making content? Does she have the same motivation, work ethic, and goals aligned with us? And is she willing to actually move with us, not fight us on the work that needs to be done? And so moving forward, you guys should also keep in mind, just like we did, is that we scale with our systems, not by chasing results. All right, so now you're probably wondering, if I scale vertically and then horizontally, I know not to chase trends or results, only A-tier quality clients that are going to work. How do I actually grow and scale? This is exactly that. I'm going to break this down into what I call the 4-pillar infrastructure. 4 pillars that are undeniably important for your agency and that you need to have implemented to actually make your agency long-term. Not only long-term, but just extra profitable in general. Pillar 1 is going to be paid media. Listen, you cannot run traffic to a dead back-end system. Let me first say that if you aren't already having success in your organic marketing, paid media is not going to amplify dead. I like to think of it, and this is kind of an out there analogy, but if you were laying on your deathbed and you have those hospital guys who are going to shock you awake, that's my ideology on paid media. The fact, if you have an absolute dead account, I'm talking the heart meter on that account is just flat, no shocks, no amount of paid media is really going to bring it back. But if you have a perfectly good heart, pulling 20K, 30K views, and your page is already popping, that paid media or shock is going to have a smaller ripple effect because it's not going to amplify as much. Now, if you have somewhere in the middle and you're pulling, 5K, 10K views, a reel, a video, wherever platform you're on, and you shock or do paid media, paid traffic, whatever you want to call it, that is going to amplify your success and your views a lot more. And now with this, paid media does not just mean throwing $200 at the wall and seeing what hits back. You need to track. You need to go into Notion, go into Airtable, go into Monday.com. I don't care how you do it. You just need to make sure you know what's working, what's converting, and what's worth your money or not. It's your money. And so if you don't want to track, you want to just throw it out the wall, see what happens, be my guest. But in my personal agency, we know what accounts perform. We know how they perform. We know what kind of media works for each niche because we tracked the traffic. Now, second pillar of this system is going to be content strategy. Now, I'm sure this may be self-explanatory for most of you, but if you guys are not pushing at least 15 to 20 videos per week for your model, you are definitely losing out on volume. This is a volume game. I know a lot of the times that I'll say that content is the only thing that matters, in which I do still believe that, but this is a volume game overall. It's social media, it's input, output. If you put out 1,000 reels versus somebody that puts out 10 reels, there's going to be a clear difference. Coupled with this, I don't want you to misassociate volume with quality. Those things should be independent of each other and work in cohesion. What that means is that quality should always come along with volume. If you can push out 30 reels, but that is the cap at where your quality starts getting lower. If you do more than that, do 30. If you can only push out 10, only do 10. But always try and work on more and more volume without sacrificing the quality of that content. Every single video, post, image should have a purpose of why it's getting sent out on the page, not just for volume purposes in general. So there's obviously ways to organize this. The way that we handle it in our agency is we have a onboarding document and a content strategist plan, which we hop on a call with the model for about 30 to 45 minutes going over competitors, content plan, how to batch shoot effectively, how to make content effectively, and what we're looking for. So then moving forward, we don't have to constantly be chasing down quality and constantly be telling her what we need versus what we don't. And we also have one of the best, honestly, I think the only way to do content distribution properly. So that is also a huge beneficiary as well. Now, pillar 3 of this system, that's going to be team management and chat operations. Listen, boys, it's time that you guys wake up to the fact that no AI is going to replace the actual ability for humans to recognize emotion. Listen, you need a chat manager, you need chat Discord servers, you need chat management, you need that stuff. If you're running AI chatting, which I see so many guys do nowadays, it really isn't going to be beneficial for you. Chatting is the backbone, is the amplifier, is the 2x, 3x, 4xer of your profits. And if you're laying that up to AI, I promise you it's not going to be a smart idea for you in the long term. And there's also just something about the security of having teams rather than bots running your systems. When I log on and I ask my chat manager how well we're doing, and she's telling me that we're doing great, or we're losing money, or we're this, or we're that, I am confident in her that she knows what's going on inside of the chat. She is handling that for me. And as long as the money keeps rolling in and making more, I have no problem with that. And also, boys, the best chatters, they act. They know how to play their role. They know who they're playing. They don't just react and get input output from a software like all these AI things do. And coupled with this, get good chatters. If you have bad chatters, if your chatting is a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, even 1 to 4 in my opinion, it is not that good. Every single person inside of my personal consulting group has at least 1 to 7, 1 to 8 chatting. And to give a real example of how important chatting is and how it can make or break the profits that that you get. Let me tell you a story about a creator that we signed in July. We signed a creator who had no previous OF, no experience on OF. We signed her in July, her first month, July, and I think it was around 29 days, 28 days. She made 80 something, 81, $82,000. That's in her first month. Her next month in August, she did over $110,000. And I have the screenshots to prove it, put it up somewhere around here. But if you would look at these subscriptions, both of those months, the ratio was at least a 1 to 10, a 1 to 12. It was not something that a lot of that was from paid traffic. You need to be able to captivate on all of the eyes coming into your page, so you don't have to worry about getting more eyes, because in reality, that is the hardest part. Why would you want to spend more time, more effort working with an algorithm when you could just work with an actual customer and get paid more? And now, pillar 4 of this is quite known, but I don't think people approach it correctly, is the GFE experience. I'm sure you might be saying, well, the GFE experience is not necessary, it doesn't apply to everyone. Yes, I know, and before you say anything, go in the comments, I am acknowledging that, but it is the most, hands down, most profitable way to run OFM. If you look at literally any one of the biggest OnlyFans creators, Sophie Rain, Camilla, they all run this, even though they are influencers and superstars now, so it's pretty obvious that they're not actually chatting or they're running the GFE experience, but that is the content strategy that they run. That's right. Content strategy is way more than just positioning yourself as somebody who doesn't have an agency. It is knowing how to run content, knowing how to chat in the chats, handle objections even in the chats. It goes so much further than just putting in the OF bio, oh, I have no agency, don't steal my content. You really can have every single system in the world, but if you're not captivating on the back end and your GFE isn't personalized, it is going to be a huge cap and huge restrictor on your actual income. Now that we're in this video a few minutes deep, I want to talk to all of these serious people, the ones who have put away their dopamine, because I know I do not edit my videos with flashes and quick actions and animations. For all the people that are still here, wanting to learn and grow, I really want to instill the mindset that scaling in this niche, in this business model, takes discipline, not dopamine. I mean, and the examples go on and on to prove it. We dropped an 1 million follower creator because she didn't fit within our system. Every decision that we make is going to be a long-term gain, not something that we ever look for short-term profits. Real OFM is not glamorous by any means. It's hundreds of teeny tiny operations and changes, adjustments to make up more profit later down the line. Genuinely, if you're thinking you're going to get in this game and just kind of fuck around and fall into money, I promise you it's not going to work. If you do have that mindset, however, go watch my last video. I made a full coverage on why people get in this business model, why they don't have the same mindset as other business models, and I also teach you how to get into that mindset, into that flow state to actually achieve your goals in this game. So if you're at 5K a month with your agency, stop trying to copy these 100K a month systems. Copy consistency. If I had to start today, and I've made videos covering this before, but I would master signing the right creator, master the content on the back end, optimize chatting to be 110% effective, learn how to keep and have high retention rate within my actual agency, and then go into paid promotions, ads, tracking, everything like that, and in that order. The agencies that are winning in 2025 are not the guys, I promise you, who are shouting and being the loudest, chasing screenshots. They're the ones tracking, they are the ones hunkering down and honestly avoiding the chaos that goes on inside of this industry. And so if you are serious about building a real OFN business, I do have a little tip for you. And it's not an AI gimmick or a one-liner course. This is a absolutely free Telegram community with thousands of members inside of it. We host weekly calls every single Friday at 5 p.m. 100% free value. Come in there, ask your questions, get your questions answered personally by me. It's a great time, and it's where I also break down and drop a lot of the backend systems that I run that I don't put out here on YouTube. So if you want to see exactly how I run creators, just like the one that we did in July, got her to 80 and then 110K per month, join in the Telegram and I'll see you inside. But other than that, boys, that's really been the video. If you like this style of video, let me know in the comments. I'm going to be also doing a lot more breakdowns come shortly. There's a lot of more strategies that I want to cover, so stay tuned for the actual deep dives into OFM strategies, etc., etc. But I wanted to make a few more real videos like this one to really share my perspective in the game and also get you guys on the same page as me. Other than that, as always, boys, it's been Griffin, and peace out.